Peace to the gods and goddesses. I'm really about to stop playing with y'all. Because it's time to stream and beam. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here grounding on this. Check it. I don't know if you can see, but I'm grounded right now, my nigga. Like, there's so much, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, there's so much that people don't know. You can't really put people down. You know what I'm saying? You can't be so quick to bash people from where they at in their spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? You can't, because there's so much that people don't know. People are so disconnected from reality. You know, like you're really gonna have to break down life to them very patiently. Like it's not a game. Understand? I see. You know, it's very saddening. You know, to see on my timelines and things like that on different social media sites. You know, it doesn't. Social media is just a means of communication, and social means, you know, you being social. So I don't understand why social media has so much hate on it that it does. You know, when really it's an excellent opportunity in this age of Aquarius. But it's saddening to go online and see so many people breaking each other down, breaking each other's character down on social media. Like it really is a sad thing. It could make a nigga cry. At the moment they see one thing that they don't resonate with in the slightest bit, I see people turn to monsters. Like they really try to break these niggas down, God, and that's not what love is. For real, that's not what love is. Love, alright, just surrender and allow, you know, and keep compassion. Everybody's breaking each other down. Everybody trying to be an alpha, but you really being a beta with no compassion. How are you gonna? If you don't have any compassion in your heart, how in the world are you supposed to seriously be helping somebody? How are you gonna be an alpha? How are you gonna be an alpha? Because at the end of the day, who's gonna take you serious? If you see something, or if there's something that you sense that you don't resonate with, and you immediately start coming to judgment, you start judging within your own heart. What? You start judging, and that make you go to that leads to nothing but evil. Countermeasures of evil. Countermeasures of breaking one another. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Don't judge. Understand that you have to. Love is understanding, my God. Love is understanding, gods and goddesses, man. Love is understanding. Once you understand somebody, and you understand where they're coming from, if you understand what somebody's falling short, if you understand what somebody's falling short, then you don't have to react a certain way. Understand? You don't have to be you don't have to be triggered a certain way. Like, if somebody won't do their, like a child, right? If they won't do their math homework correctly, and you see where they're making a mistake because of how they're thinking, then you come in and you guide them, give them a little guidance, your patience, even when they're not patient with themselves, or even if they swear they're doing something correct with the formula, but they're doing it incorrect, and that's why the final result's always incorrect. You know what I'm saying? You come in and you be patient. You have compassion. Not just coming and screaming at, you know what I'm saying? Screaming at the child, fucking, you know, just have patience, have faith in your own self as a sibling, because we're all siblings here. As a sibling, to be able to help somebody because of your pure intention, your pure heart, have faith in them, have faith in their reciprocity and their receptivity. Have faith in their ability to grow. Just have faith, because all this disbelief and all this doubt, we fold so easy. We fold so easy, and it's not worried about the next man. It's worried about you, because really all is you. It's all about worrying about yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You can't really nitpick at somebody's character. You cannot. You can't nitpick at somebody's character, but most, because all is mind. So most of what you have to go through is dealing with getting your mind right. Once you get your mind right, then you see clearly, with clarity. You understand? Once you get your mind right, you see clearly with clarity. Like, bring up controversial things. You know what I'm saying? I bring up controversial things that people normally aren't willing to discuss. And the moment I start discussing these things, people start running. Hey, the moment I bring these things up, people start running. But you see, I ain't live right now. I'm really finna start going live a lot more. I'm really gonna become a host on Bigo. I'm gonna put in work on all these social media apps. Utilize these apps. As I walk around proclaiming the black man is God. Eligio Bishop is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Free to three. You know what I'm saying? As I do these things and I do these works and will of the Most High, great is my treasure in heaven. I shall get my reward. But where you sow your seeds, that's where you're gonna get your reward. Where you sow your seed, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. Like, that's the law of karma. You get out what you put in. And see, when you give, you take in more than you give. That's what cancer does. That's what cancer does. That's low frequency. Have you living on a low frequency the whole time. And then when you come across the chosen can sniff that out immediately. And the weak is constantly getting convicted. But as we grow, we finding more and more methods of communication, more and more methods of compassion, more and more methods of communication. But we'll find ways to help you to understand yourself. Understand? Because there really isn't anything more important than you. Reflection. There really isn't anything or anyone more important than you. This is a psychological warfare going on, and it's coming at your character. It's trying to distort your melanin. Trying to distort your melanin, your mind, through your genome. You have so many things against you. You have what's going on in the subconscious. People see Dr. Bruce Lipton, he put us on game about epigenetics. Understand? And I'm just reflecting from my interpretation. Like, it's my job to reflect from my interpretation. Understand? Epigenetics, that means your cells is regulated by your environment. Your cells are regulated by your environment. People know goddamn well that if they put all these buildings all around, spray all these chemtrails in the air, put all these 5G telephone wires up, that's why we really got to be covering up our head out here for real. You know what I'm saying? Like Chief told us, like OG told us. We really got to be covering our head out here for real. You know what I'm saying? To protect ourselves from these 5Gs and all these things that's going on in the environment, regulating our genes. You ever heard of signal transduction? See, this isn't live. You ever heard of signal transduction? The signals are being received from the environment. Is through the environment, the signals are being received and it's coming into your cells, into your proteins, and it's regulating your genes. The signals are being sent from the environment into your cells, and it's regulating your genes. It's regulating your genes. The signals, the signals are coming into your skin, which is your membrane, which is your real brain for real, your skin, and it's regulating your genes by altering your proteins. They have different types of proteins: effector proteins, receptor proteins, and all of these are key components regarding signal transduction, regarding epigenetics. That's why we say study biology. It's extremely important to get in tune. Start healing your genome. Understand? It's all about your genes. Everything's projected from a thought. They're trying to control your mind, bro. All is mind. Once you know it, you know it. Once you know it, you know it. Once you know it, you know it. Once you feel it, because feeling is true, know it. Once you get the knowledge, you start applying it, you become wise. And it becomes a part of you. And as it becomes a part of you, you know it. Understand? This is wisdom. So you smart. You can retain all this knowledge. You can regurgitate it. Just regurgitate it. Master the craft. Like, motherfuckers, people in school, they would study just to get yourself an A+. You would study a subject, and then just regurgitate all that information. And as soon as you get your little diploma, guess what? You don't remember any of that stuff anymore. It didn't mean anything to you. They literally, the evil, that's backwards. They literally sit up there, especially at our most sensitive ages, to actually receive information. School times, our youth times, they sit up there and put all of this information inside of us that really doesn't mean anything to us personally. Doesn't mean anything to us personally. You know what I'm saying? I'm beaming. I'm streaming right now. I'm streaming and beaming right now. Oh God. It's very, you know what I'm saying? It's very important. It's very important to control your mind, to get control of your mind again. Remember who you are. You are God. How come you're not out here proclaiming that you are God? Whoa, hold up. How come you're not out here proclaiming? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, wake up. But we gotta be patient. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be patient. Like, only the people that were exposed to Chief, you know what I'm saying? Only the people that are exposed to Chief really, and the teachings and the knowledge that was passed down and the way that he articulated are actually on the understanding, you know, I am God. And they're actually saying it, like, confidently in conversations in the community as a network. Like they know it. Like, oh yeah, you already know. Yeah, I'm God. We the gods. We the goddesses. Like, but really, everybody else, you know, they're worshiping God. They're worshiping the gods, the ancestors, you know. They don't know that these ancestors are just aspects within us. They're still living on in our genes. They're our past lives. Our grandma, our great-grandma, and their grandma, and their grandma, and their grandma. If you really want to hear your genes, you got to apply all five of these sciences, bro. The 5 sciences of imagination. Not carbonation. Imagination. Understand? We imaginate. Understand? We imaginating. Understand? We imaginating. Huh? Understand? We imaginating. You know, we got to be patient with ourselves. We got to be patient with ourselves. We got to be patient with others. We got to be understanding of the nature of human beings. Understanding, because, like, if you're so used to laying in vomit all your life, understand, if you're so used to rolling around in vomit, crap conditions, bad conditions, foul conditions, and we'll talk about this though. Then when you leave that foul condition, it's gonna be like, oh my God, I miss my stink. I miss my old ways. You understand this? You understand? It's like going from hot water to cold water to hot water. Because really, heaven is hot and hell is cold. And you've been raised and programmed, bred and raised to be in cold water. To be in cold water. But really, really, truly, you're supposed to be in the hot water. Understand? You're supposed to be in the hot water. So the moment you go from that ice cold water to your temperature, you being saved, like, come in, reach, come out. It's time for a new life. It's time to transform. Reaching and pulling you out. And then you come and you put one toe inside that goddamn hot water. You're like, ooh. You're like, oh, I don't want to be in here. Oh, let me go back to my cold water real quick. Yeah, let me go back to my cold water real quick. Like, this air hitting me. Like, I don't even want to stand here in between the cold water and hot water. This air hitting me. Like, let me go back to my cold water. Or look, this is what most of them do. If anybody who peeped the parable, they will stay there like, okay, you saved me. You took me out of the cold pool. I ain't going in that hot pool. I'm just going to stay in between right here. Right here is fine. Oh, this is fine. No, reflection. That's not fine. It's not fine at all. It's not fine to stay in between. It's not fine to stay in between hot and cold. You wouldn't choose hot or cold. You remain lukewarm. So you'll be vomited out the mouth of God, motherfucker. You're not going to make it into the kingdom. You're doomed, bro. You're not gonna have the mind of God. You're not gonna make it into the mind of God, bro. If you're halfway, you gotta be all the way in. Understand? This is just it. You have to endure. Understand? You have to endure and be motivated. Be grateful that you're going into your highest version, your greatest version, and be motivated. Because really, if you don't know it, if you don't know your chart, if you're not able to break down your chart, understand, you haven't memorized your chart, it's going to be hard for you to get a hold of your genes. If you're not applying all 5 of these sciences, astrology, biology, quantum physics, melanin, and grounding, if you're not applying all 5 of these sciences to your life, guess what? it's gonna be real hard. And see, this is what separates the weak from the elite. This is what separates the weak from the elite. Understand? And then even once you master the knowledge, right? Once you master it, you start mastering it. You start becoming a master. And you start applying it to your life, and you start to tap into Christ consciousness, start tapping into the oneness. You still need morals and principles. You really gonna be a broken mother. Your whole character is gonna be completely broken, God. When you start tapping into God, you go back to the nothing for real, and you decimate your entire false sense of self. Understand? False self, false identity. Once you decimate that, and you go back into the nothing, and now you're applying the knowledge of self, your character is gonna be in shambles, like Humpty Dumpty that fell. You're gonna be walking around a broken Humpty Dumpty. So this is where the morals and principles come in. By upholding morals and principles, righteous morals and principles, 42 laws of Ma'at, the original laws. Understand? The original laws of civilization, where we were living in harmony with the earth, harmony and balance, and we were living righteously. Understand? And look, for everybody, like I tell you, I kid you not. Believe me not. Apply it. See it for yourself. Once you actually listen to, there's a lot of quotes. There's a lot of quotes from Chief. And once you start applying it to your life, you're going to see how it transforms once you stick to the codes. For example, a real nigga stays in his lane and mind his own business. He minds his business and he stays in his own lane. Like, that one alone right there will save your ass, God. Gods and goddesses. Let me tell you, because you're gonna have to be faced with yourself. You're walking this road. Understand? This isn't a performance. It's a performance for yourself, but it isn't a clout performance. It isn't a rock star. It isn't a trend. Understand? It's not fake. This is real. This is your life. Understand? When you started the spiritual journey, because you were sparked. You started elevating. You started separating, like a zygote cell. Like the zygote cell separates. This is natural. This is the ways of nature. You're not separate from nature. So these ways, you are actually duplicating it. You're actually living it out. And you living it out, you have two choices. Are you going to either go the higher route or the lower route? Speaking of zygote cells, splitting, living it out. And this goes for every function in nature, even vitamin D. I don't know if you've seen that video I did a couple years ago, the comedy, the skit, vitamin D. That was funny. But you know what I'm saying? Depending on who you are, because everything that happens in nature, everything that happens inside of you, everything that happens, God, everything that happens, it's happening to you. As above, so below, and as below, so above. The Hermetic principle of correspondence, second Hermetic principle. Even vitamin D, it's like, all right, the function of vitamin D, and I'll put you on game. That's why I'm out here in the sun right now. The function of vitamin D, steroid D, it comes into your body, right? And it tells your cells which way to go. It says it comes to the damaged cells, right? To repair the damaged cell. Repair that melanin, man. To repair the damaged cell, it gives it codes from the sun. It gives it light codes. And then what does the cell do? If the cell is beyond repair, the codes cause it to commit suicide. But if the cell is not beyond repair, then the cell heals itself. See, I'm still grinding. Look, I'm over here on this side. You know what I'm saying? Then the cell repairs itself. Same for you. When the sun comes to you, that sun be killing the motherfuckers, bro. That sun be killing motherfuckers. You go outside and say, oh my God, the sun is killing me, it's so hot. You know what I'm saying? But whereas some people, they go and they feel the sun, they're like, oh, this is excellent. This is excellent. You understand? This is excellent. You know? I can't understand half these fake ass niggas, bro. But real's gonna recognize real. And it's like I can't hate because it's all is mind. First Semitic principle. We all share the same mind. It's no we all. It's only me. There's no you involved. That's a soul. Everything is a projection from the sun. Soul. We took the you out. SOL. Like, for real, for real. For real, for real. For real, for real. Yeah, you can be in communication with nature. Be in communication with the trees and the cells and the atmosphere. Be in communication with the birds. I tell you, them birds, they talk to you. Signals back and forth. Like, what you think going on? It's one song. It's one song, and they're not as fixed as the insects. Like the insects are more fixed with their communication. But the birds, they're more fluid with their communication, more mutable with their communication. The cardinals are more mutable than the insect. You know what I'm saying? Because they're closer to you. They're closer to your genome. A mammal, alright? And they're avian. And the insects are insects. The crickets at the same time don't really respond to you unless you really know what you're doing when you're communicating. It gets quantum. Whereas the avians, if you communicate in a certain way, they'll respond and mold. That's how you know, like, it's communication beyond the language that we're using. The languages that we be using. That's why 85% of communication is non-verbal. Only 15% is verbal, shorty. Only 15% is verbal. Only 15% is verbal. That's why energy and body language. Body language and energy, these things don't lie. These things do not lie. These things do not lie. Now we all share one mind, so I can't really hate, everything is energy. Everything is energy. Everything is voodoo. Everything is juju. Everything. That's what Mercury represents. Energy. Understand? One mind. That's what darkness, light, and energy. That's what everything is. That's what life is. That's what existence is. That's what God, darkness, light, and energy. That's the Holy Trinity right there. I'm holding this computer with one hand. It's not a phone. It's a computer. Right? Because my phone, the audio is messed up. But I can't hate. You know what I'm saying? Because we all the same energy. Separation is an illusion. So if we all the same energy and we all the same mind, we're all pieces of fragments of the same mind, like a sheet of glass. The example that Chief gave. We take a sheet of glass and throw that bitch on the ground and it shatters into a million pieces. Is it just a piece of glass or is it the whole thing? You are like one of those pieces of glasses, but it's not separate from the whole thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? It's the same quality. It's the same thing. It is not now a leaf because you broke the glass into a million pieces and now look, one of the pieces of rock. No, still the same glass. Hello? Cookie cutter lifestyle, bro. Cookie cutter to me and see. Check it. We're all the same. We're all the same mind. I'm not about to hate on you. We're just different expressions of that. Look, let me tell you. Everything in the universe has the same genes. We have the same DNA. We have the same genome. No, we have the same gene. The only difference is your genome, which genes are activated. Which genes are activated. Go look this up, guys. I kid you not. It's not a lie. I'm just pointing you to the right information that's going to take you to the highest plane, the highest thought frequencies for you to maintain in, for you to meditate in. Understand we are the same, so the only difference is which genes are activated. That's what we're talking about, biology. But here, astrology, biology is the below, and astrology is the above. Astrology are the genes. Your astrological program is your genetic programming. Your astrological programming is your genetic programming. We have to study. We have to study over and over again how genes make protein, how proteins make cells, the RNA, DNA. We have to go over it. Practice, perfect, and preserve. That's 3 P's of imagination. Practice, perfect, and preserve. And then you memorize this. And then you go over and you're like, wow, these characteristic traits, because a gene is something that codes for something like brown eyes or yellow hair. Understand? A gene is something that codes for something. Like tip your tongue. Understand? Whereas your astrological programming, which is the first science in humankind was astrology. Understand? Indigenous is always tapped into the cosmos, the universe, looking above to see what's below. Look above to see what's below, without telescopes, without microscopes. Just studying your genome, your genes, things that code for something within you. Studying your genes without a microscope and without a telescope. We understood, we were in connection, we understood the relationship between the celestial bodies, the planets, the stars, the sun, and the earth and the sun. How the earth and the sun are one, and you are the earth and the sun. Understand? Your astrological programming, even if you look at it now, if you go and look at it now on Astro-Seek or Tarot.com or Grupo Venus, if you go and you look at your astrological programming right now is going to tell you these characteristic traits based on the play out of the cosmic energies playing out in you, the effects that it has scientifically and factually. These facts, these characteristic traits, which are they're coding for a frequency in you. Wait, that's what genes are, aren't they? Gene is information, like zeros and ones, information that codes for something in your physical, in your biological makeup. Whoa. These planets and these signs, they're coding. They're information that's coding for something in my mental makeup, in my frequency, in my ego, in my personality. P-E-R-S-U-N ality. You understand? Understand? As above, so below, as below, so above. Ain't no difference. Just like the tree to the root and the root to the tree. Ain't no difference, God. Ain't no difference, reflection. Check this out. So by mastering your astrological programming, by getting in tune with your nature, with nature, getting in tune with your nature, with nature, you're also getting in tune with your biological programming. Oh, so I don't gotta go and eat nothing but dandelions all day, every day? Huh? I don't gotta be a breatharian just to be able to use my mind, to be able to be in tune and the master of my biological programming and how that affects my frequency? No, you don't have to. You don't gotta do this and that and that and that diet. Look at me. You don't have to do this and that and that and that diet. Just master your astrological programming. Just get in tune with yourself. Study yourself. Take yourself serious. You are nature. You're a God. Get in tune. All is imagination, God. It's placebo effect. Placebo effect. Not nocebo effect. Placebo effect. You know what placebo effect is? I want you to look these things up. But see, the shift is going on right now, and that time is hitting. The solar flares are coming. Them X-class solar flares are coming. 2025 solar flares, the apocalypse, even these little internet streams, these little waves, these frequencies, 5G frequencies won't be able to take this. The economy crashing down. Boy, I'm out. I'm out. I'm doing the right thing. I'm living righteous. No matter how the circumstance change, you can't run away from yourself. But environments change, situations change, internal, external. Your neurological programming. You understand? Your neurological programming. Your neuromelanin. Your neuromelanin. See. Let me break this down to you real quick. So you gotta really understand how you work, the technologies of your body, the mechanics of your consciousness, and all. So what astrology is, the mechanics of your consciousness, straight from the eye, the awareness. Understand? Pure atom. Your neurological programming. Your neuromelanin. So this right here, this pineal gland, right? Your first eye. The Bible mentions mind's eye. It stimulates itself. The mind stimulates itself. The mind's eye stimulates itself, the pineal gland, and it secretes MHS hormone. What is that? MSH hormone. Melanocyte stimulating hormone. The melanocyte stimulating hormone. That then spreads into your brain and throughout your whole nervous system. This is called your neuromelanin. It's your DNA. It's your DNA. It's your astrological programming. See how all three are connected right there? 3 of the 5 sciences right there connected. Melanin, biology, and astrology. And as you eat from the earth, because the earth is an interface for the sun. The earth is an interface receiving the light codes, receiving updates of the light codes from the sun. That's why it's important to ground. And it's important to sleep in the tent. You want to be in tune with the circadian rhythm of the earth. It's extremely important to get back into your natural self, your greatest version, reflection. Sleep in the tent. Get them light codes from the moon. Get them light codes from the moon, because the light codes from the moon, what the light codes from the moon gonna do? The light codes from the moon, it stores energy. It gathers light codes from the sun and it gives it to you. It interprets that energy and it shines to you. You're not in tune with the sun and moon? Huh? We are so disconnected. It's very important, God, to be connected, because the earth is an interface with all this divine cosmic energy. This is not something that, you know what I'm saying, it's your natural state. It's not something you do as a spiritual activity or spiritual event. It doesn't even have to be looked at as training. Like, oh, I'm about to train. I'm about to do this. I'm about to ground. I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. No, it's just your natural state of living. You're supposed to be grounded as much as possible. Gotta keep my eyes out. Gotta keep my eyes peeled. Because people will try and steal. But yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to be in harmony with the earth, in harmony with nature. Nature's in harmony with earth. You gotta be in harmony with earth. You start healing your melanin. Look, watch this. Once you start eating from the earth. Nature, this includes not just animals. Not just you, in case you forgot you was a part of nature. But it also entails the plants, the fruits and vegetables. Okay, first of all, everything, the planet is organic. The planet is organic. And we've been fucking it up with chemtrails and fucking up the magnetism, fucking up everything. This might be a GMO planet now. Nah, literally. The planet is organic. Everything that comes from the planet is organic, straight up. It's organic. Anything that's sprayed with pesticides, and these things aren't organic. These are genetically modified. It's not your natural eating. It's not what you're supposed to eat. It's messed up. But see, really, when you start eating from the earth, that's another way to receive light codes. When you're eating from the earth. The information goes from the sun, it goes into the earth, and you're getting it every way naturally. How you can get it? By living in connection with the earth, by having your feet down on the earth, by eating from the earth, by drinking spring water. You understand? Does this sound like too much? Does it sound extreme? Oh, that nigga dusty, dirty. He gonna live in nature. Oh, what you say? What you say about me, God? What you say about me? What you say about God? You know what I'm saying? Dude, like I've my life isn't unfortunate. I've been programmed. You look at your chart to see how you've been programmed. I've been programmed for success and abundance. I've been programmed to thrive. I've been programmed to be head of the planet on top. But it looks like I'm on bottom right now. Huh? I have the intelligence that people die for. That people would die for, bruh. People would die for. I manifested this intelligence. I manifested this knowledge. I manifested the will to apply it, the courage, and the endurance. I love myself. But to the world, it looks like a bottom, because if the world wasn't here, understand, people can only apply as far as their eye can see. People can only apply as far as their eye can see. People can only apply as far as their eye can see. People can only apply as far as their eye can see. And that being said, it's like, yeah, if you're not able to be in tune with nature, if you're not genetically, if you're programmed to be a system, a battery for the system, a bot for the system of the internet, if you're programmed for Babylon, then naturally you're gonna be thriving. How wicked the world is, how backwards it is, how evil it is right now. Evil is just live backwards. Yeah, you sold the soul to the devil. Most people. Not everybody's supposed to be on top. You know what I'm saying? Not enough Indians, too many chiefs, God. Gods and goddesses. Trying to alter my genes. Nah, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, so how is somebody who is programmed to thrive in nature, to thrive off of living in their higher self, how are they going to appear in such a world? Like the bottom, like the lowest. And then from so many different angles, because the majority of people out here, Babylon and lower self, they're going to be throwing stones. Don't even feed into that. Follow your intuition, because people are clever, and they will break you down. They will break it down to defame your character and to make you look like you know what I'm saying, like you're an alien and shit. Nigga, I'm the only one out here with no shirt in this bitch. I'm the only one out here with no shirt in this bitch. I'm the only one out here like grounded and shit. Everybody else driving so fast, but where? Where are you going? You're running from yourself, all these distractions, loop, a rat race, like hamster, chasing cheese on a wheel. Understand? I'm the only one out here in public too, proclaiming too. Woo! You know how much resistance I get. But I just can't live. I just can't not be myself. Because once you start complying, like not being yourself, then it starts to because like karate, what you practice, it becomes muscle memory. So you practice, it becomes your energy memory, your mental memory. Even you may think, oh, I could just bust out of these chains anytime. Nah, you're becoming docile. So your subconscious mind is becoming comfortable with it, and it's actually going to be harder to break out. Take it from me. I've been through it back and forth, God. Look, they got this trail right here. See it? It's like a meditation. It takes like 10 minutes to probably walk this whole thing, maybe 5 minutes. And then once you get to the center, they got this saying peace, 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 peace. In every language, you know? Every language. You know? This is the type of things that I've been manifesting. I'm a library monk. I've always been a library monk. Like, all my life, I've been going around different libraries, you know what I'm saying? Since I found out that I can use Wi-Fi. I've been like tapped into the age of Aquarius. And since I was a toddler, I've always been focused and devoted on my higher self. I'm becoming my higher self, my greatest version, and devotion to God, devotion to the Lord, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Naturally, I soaked in so much information since I was a youngin'. Being at these libraries all across the country. I've been traveling all across the country, been to so many different libraries. It's the first place I go to. When I go to a state, when I go to a city and I don't know anything about it, first place I go to is a library. I don't go to no shelter, no this, no that. I go to a library. Because I know they have Wi-Fi. I always get me a phone no matter what. I just came from Hawaii. I'm in Georgia now. And the beautiful thing about that reflection is that there's actually UVB here. UVB light. Because it's a subtropic. Understand? This light must be reflected. It's a subtropic. Understand? It's a subtropic. The subtropics have UVB light, which is not harmful, which is actually our natural state where we're supposed to be. Under UVB light. Getting the light codes from the tropics. Whereas UVA, UVC, those are harmful. They're actually harmful to the body. But Georgia, Florida, subtropics. You understand? They're subtropical, so we're actually getting UV. There's actually some UVB here. Understand? Because UVB is caught between the equator. Tropics of Cancer and Capricorn. Between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn, that's where UVB light is. That's because that's where the sun travels, on that equatorial line. The sun travels on the equatorial line, and on those 13 countries in between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn, that's what they receive the direct sunlight. Understand? And the hottest of them is Uganda. But that's a whole nother build. Just do your research, and you'll find out so much. And what I found out, yeah, it's a subtropic. There is actually some UVB here, some UVB light. You actually get some UVB light here. It's like, whoa. You just think about it and look it up, and you'll discover it. Splinters. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to get your mind right. It's time to get back into your higher self. It's time to realize that you're God. You know what I'm saying? And don't be docile for all these different systems and all these different tricks that your mind is playing on you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta rise to the top. Understand? Keep your compassion for yourself. Be like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had a baby and you put your baby in a certain situation, you wouldn't want them to be subjugated, and muffle their greatness. You don't want them to dampen their greatness just to fit in somewhere. You would tell your baby, whoa, get out of that situation. Go to where you can be great and shine, right? But if the situation's all over the world, you know what I'm saying, you can't isolate nowhere, they're everywhere. Guess what? Shine. You gotta shine. Shine where you are. Where you're at. Don't wait. I'm waiting for this person. I'm waiting for this situation. I'm waiting to be in this location. I'm waiting, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for this money. I'm waiting. What you waiting for? The time is now. God. You got to be in the moment with it. You got to flow with it. Worry about the shape of the earth. You ain't worried about the shape of the earth for real. That's what, anybody who's talking about the shape of the earth, they ain't worried about it. They talk about which shape it is, but they ain't worried about what shape it's in. You understand, reflection? You understand? Nah, because the prophets out here, they've been dying. The spiritual have been dying for so long, for no reason. It's time for that to stop. The innocent have been slaughtered. The animals, the environments. In the name of what? In the name of our selfishness. No, cancer has plagued humanity, and it's time to go out. And the only way is to send these light codes. This is why I get up here on this camera. This is why you go check my page. This is why I'm full of videos. This is why I do what I do. This is why I've been doing what I've been doing for years. Because it is time. It is time, and I ain't no weakling, nigga. I ain't no average nigga. And I ain't one of these conscious community ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? We're not. We aren't. And look, you're about to receive a big bang. Cause look, pick a side, choose it quickly. You on cancer, or you're an immune system cell. You're either a cancer cell or an immune system cell. The cancer cells, what does the cancer do? It's kill, steals, and destroy. That's what cancer does. Kill, steal, and destroy. It takes more than it gives. It's parasites, leech. And then when the host is dead, the cancer has nowhere else to live. The cancer dies too. That's the devil, bruh. That's the evil. That's the evil, nigga. It's a spirit. It's really a spiritual phenomenon. It's a spirit that knows that it lasts forever and it cannot die. So it's wagering with God. It's wagering. I can kill this whole. I can destroy this whole planet. I can get these humans to destroy their own planet. Oh, these are chosen. These are avatars that's supposed to hold you. I can take them over and make them destroy themselves. I can make them destroy the earth. And then, once the earth is destroyed, where are we gonna live? Once the earth is destroyed and we destroy the earth, there's nowhere else to live no more. We have nowhere else to live. I think it's time we actually start making a better decision for the collective, for the entire collective. Get back in tune with nature, as the Most High Chief Babaji teaches. Get back in tune with nature. Get back in tune with your higher self. You know what I'm saying? It's really important to isolate. Isolation is key. You know what I'm saying? Walk in your divinity. Become divine. Separate yourself. Separate yourself. Separate your mind. For real, for real. This ain't no game. You gotta elevate. You gotta ascend. Stop being weird. Stop being weird. And y'all know y'all being weird too. Understand? You have to elevate. Walk in your divinity. Be a divine man. Be a divine woman. You know? It's not enough that you survive in a situation that's destroying you and you don't even know it. It's not enough. And the time is done. Because way before I was born, they were making like black and white comics about people being on the street screaming, repent, 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 right? And they say, oh yeah, crackheads on the street screaming, repent, repent, repent. That was so long ago, and the major shift is happened by now. The major shift has happened, and everybody's up on it now. Everybody's getting into their conscious ways of being. Even our past generation with these rappers, KRS-One and stuff, they've been talking. You know, they've been talking, uplifting people. We've been waking up. Because look, like I like the analogy of the dandelion. Nothing can grow. Nothing can grow. Nothing can grow in all this concrete except the dandelion. Dandelion is thriving. Oh, you thought you was gonna stop nature? You thought you're so smart. You're gonna just put a slab of concrete over nature, huh? And it's done. No, because where there's a will, there's a way. You can't stop nature. What do you think this concrete is? What do you think the slab of concrete is cement is made out of? Minerals from the earth, nigga. The motherfucking, and this is a parable. The dandelion will grow. And that's what like KRS-One and them rappers, them conscious rappers and them. They're the dandelion. They growing out, and now we're budding. We're becoming bigger and bigger, and now we're about to go through a growth spurt. Why? Because the Messiah is here, nigga. Imagination coming, nigga. The kingdom coming, nigga. What you thought, nigga? You ain't excited? Whoo, bro. Everybody who's pure-hearted and has been tapped in from the beginning, who's tapped in now, probably bursting in tears right now. And just the thought, just the realization of it. Because the moment I told you the kingdom coming, you received it in your heart. You received it in your heart right just then, right there. You received it in your heart. And it should excite you. It should motivate you. It should make you want to get out and speak. It should make you want to teach. Become a divine. Women need to teach women out here. And men need to teach men out here. I don't know, but men teaching other people's women, that's weird. But men, teach your own woman. You have to enlighten her. Huh. When there's a squirrel. The squirrel's like, who that? When you get that woman in your grasp and in your care, when she come back home, you know what I'm saying, to your heart, and you're supposed to become one. One flesh, one mind, one heart, one self. Understand? You're supposed to educate her. You know the nature of a woman, you know the nature of the man. The nature of the man, the masculine energy, he directs. He he guides. And the nature of the woman, the feminine energy, she expresses his thought. If man is like proton, thought, masculine energy. Everything that's above so below, as below so above, it's all the same. It's like, oh my God. An electron is feminine energy. Feminine energy is electron. And that's what a woman really is like. You know what I'm saying? It's a chaotic charge, a negative charge. It's a chaotic charge. It's amazing, but it expresses and it makes the atom what it is in a way. All, both the proton and the electron, the masculine and the feminine, makes the atom what it is. The feminine, she creates the whole electron cloud, the whole culture of it. While the man, he cultivates, he makes the cult, he leaves the blueprint. He drops the seed and she flowers it and it becomes a culture. That's the whole atom. You got your neutrons, a neutral charge. And so you got the nucleus, you got the neutrons and the protons chilling. The neutrons and the protons chilling. They're just chilling in the nucleus. They're just chilling. Atom. And then the electrons, they don't go to the nucleus. It's impossible. It's impossible. The proton and the electron will never meet. It will never meet. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. But guess what? You know what's interesting? You know why it's that way? You know why? You know why? And Chief, out of his compassion, he brought this information to us too. Free to three. He brought this information to us too. The electron is just a projection of the proton. The electron is a projection of the proton's imagination. And the proton is the neutron. First was the neutron. First was the new. And then there's the light. I am the light. I am the way. I am the proton. I am the masculine energy. The direction. That's all it is. Don't think penis. You know. Don't think so base. Think metaphysical. You understand? And then there came the woman. It's complete. The creation is complete. Atum. The creation is complete. You have the divine feminine. It's not good for men to be alone. Here comes the electron. Beautiful, just dancing all around him. And the proton remains still in the center. That's why it's good for men to be calm, to calm his energies. You know, see, even the proton has a charge. A proton has a charge. Understand? A charge. Bzzz. A vibration. Bzzz. Understand? So like your charge as a man, and we didn't even get to the role of a man, protect, provide. We didn't even get to the role of a man and the role of a woman yet, nurture. Nah, we're talking about you as a man, as your avatar, as a proton. You have a charge, and that's your astrological programming. That's your astrological programming. Law of vibration. Everything moves. Nothing is at rest. Your charge, your individual charge, like you don't got the nature. Your nature is different from a woman's nature because the woman's nature, she expresses the thought of the proton. She expresses it. She dances around it, and she never goes to his nucleus face. That's just how it is. Now your charge is your astrological programming. Your fire sign, your water signs, Leo, Capricorn. You know, the planets, the planetary placement. This is your individual charge. What's at avatar level? But if you on the proton level, it's positive charge. You understand? It's really a beautiful thing to understand. And when you live with this understanding, that is love. To understand life and nature for what it is, and to live in that, not to be falling back to your old ways. I'm running from you. Be still. It's important for a man, like, bruh, you learn everything from the basic elements of life. Proton, neutron, electron, the atom. It's quantum physics, baby. Baby, focus on the source. Look, when you're still within yourself, then you're stable. For an electron, you know what I'm saying? You ain't find yourself. You ain't got no reason to be motherfucker. You ain't getting in tune with source. You ain't getting in tune with the proton. You didn't get in tune with the nucleus. Understand? You ain't getting in tune with the nu. You ain't a proton for real. You were a child. You thinking that some electron, you deserve an electron. No! Electron not coming to you, nigga. Ground yourself. And once you're rooted in yourself, once you enlighten yourself, that's divinity right there. Once you enlighten yourself, you know, reflect the light of Chief Nature Boy. The divine man enlightens himself. And he enlightens and educates his woman. Once you enlighten yourself and you are still rooted in your new, in the new, understand, then you are the light, and then you are delight. A delight which can attract an electron, a feminine. Otherwise, how you gonna handle a negative charge, nigga? You can't handle one negative charge. How you gonna be able to handle multiple negative charges? You can't. You want a beautiful life with her. Oh, I want a beautiful life for her. I want her to be the expression of my thought. And the hormones and everything. The hormones and everything. You want all these beautiful feelings. I want my Venus to be satisfied, my descendant to be satisfied. You understand? Love, pleasure, all these things that fill out my dream, my vision. And it's right. That's right. That's programmed inside of you. That's programmed inside of you. Hey, guess what? You're gonna have to master yourself before that. All these little relationships out here, it's really appalling. No wonder why divorce rate is the biggest that it's ever been. Because we are the most spiritually disconnected than we ever been. Understand? And all these things, you start tapping into your gene, you be like, oh my God, this happened before. The Egyptian time, happened at Atlantis, the Anunnaki and Nubians. It happened over and over. It happened with Israel. It's the same story that's happening over. And now we are here. Like, this story is the same one. You don't understand how. For lack of better terms, for lack of worse terms, you don't know how epic this is. It's an epic. It is an epic. It's epic as fuck. We're in Egypt times right now. We're in Egypt times right now. Make sure nobody steals my things, bro. Like that'd be so foul. Like I run over there, speed of light. Woo! Woo! You know what I'm saying? Put a feather in my head. You're gonna see the Indian come out, boy. You're gonna see the Cherokee come out, boy. But it's important to know yourself because awareness is actually activated. Awareness is actually activated in such a way during the shift to whereas we ain't letting the earth go down like that. Understand? The evil is not going to win. It looked like it's going to win to you, huh? It's just to separate the elite from the weak, the chosen from who's not. The wolves from the sheep too. And the fake ass antichrist too. You're going to separate everything, put everything in order. And awareness is waking up. Separation is losing when you become one with Christ consciousness. When you really become Christ consciousness, understand you Christ consciousness, right? When you become Christ consciousness, you're gonna see. Oh shit! The whole time, Chief. The whole time, Eligio Bishop was innocent. The whole time, nigga. 3 is King of Kings, Lord of Lords, God of Gods. Ain't nobody that got higher knowledge, bruh. These motherfuckers will distract you and send you down a loophole and have you living out of tune to nature. And then just be talking against it and putting that out there like, what? And just breaking down each other's character like, what? What? All these immoral ass things. People are so immoral. And here come Chief. He come with morals and principles. And he's acting, and because of his morals and principles, he's able to freely express himself. He's able to freely express himself. And that freedom, it entices and excites you so much that you can't help but be drawn to it. And y'all start throwing stones and forming weapons and plotting. It ain't working. So what's important is to worry about yourself. Is pay attention to the message, not the messenger. Understand? Well, I love my chart, bro. I love my chart. I love myself. You're a reflection of me. You're my mirror. You know a mirror house? I love that analogy with the glass sheet broken into pieces. You know, a fun house or a mirror house? And a fun house or a mirror house, what you're going to see is your reflection in the mirror, but it's going to be distorted. Every single human being out here, God. Every single human being is the same. They're you with a different distortion. What's the difference? Your programming. Your programming, which can be interpreted through astrology and biology. Hey, let me put this out here. You got to study your degrees, you know what I'm saying? The angles, the light in your mind. You got to study, you got the major aspects, really what's important. Your demons, really the most important thing that you got to conquer. And then put this out there. Every single planet, it receives light codes from the sun. And then comes down to Earth and makes you. It's your avatar. Like a game of telephone. The light went from the sun to Mercury. From Mercury to Venus. You know, like a game of telephone. It sends the information and relays it. Like a baton. Right? You ever played that game telephone? You whisper in somebody's ear a message. And then they whisper it down a whole line of people. And then the message usually be distorted. Right? So, based on the planet's interpretation of the light codes, at that time, understand, because the specific time and place and date that the light was streaming among the planets determined your frequency, who you was born as, your avatar. Now, asteroids play a huge part in this as well. Asteroids. Because these are pieces of like debris from planets. Pieces of the planet that were broken. Or pieces of moons that were broken. Understand? Or sometimes they could be moons. Celestial bodies. All these, just like the planets, play its role. They all surround the sun. Understand? Okay. That's what counts. All of these asteroids surround the sun and revolve around the sun. It's what forms our galaxy. And light is sent through these asteroids as well. Every single piece of existence, of the universe, is ported from the sun, the soul, and came together to make you. That is your energy. That's who you are. And the human avatar is the vessel to channel the Most High. Ooh, 3 of them. 3 is free. 3 is free. 3 is free. What MLK say? Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. 3 is free at last. Yeah, baby. Woo! Yeah, so it's very important. Your asteroids as well. I'm looking at that scroll. That scroll is just digging me, God. Real sensitive to my voice. Okay. Usually squirrels in the mainland, they run away. Like squirrels over in Hawaii, they come right up to you. High five you and everything. The birds, they come right up to you. You know what I'm saying? The squirrels out here in America, they usually run away, but this squirrel is feeling me right now. Feeling me right now. Understand? That's that frequency. Understand, the animals, they love. See, the thoughts that you have frequently determines your frequency. And that definitely is what is projected into your EMF, your electromagnetic field. It's your aura. Your aura. This is why it's very important to keep your hair. Your hair strengthens. Your hair is an antenna. Your hair really holds your melanin. Hair is tied into melanin. Hair is tied into your nervous system. It's tied into all 5 senses. Everything is interconnected, bro. At all times. Everything's always interconnected with the 5 signs and can be brought back to the source. But your hair is literally an antenna. It's an extension of your nervous system. Go look it up. The hair root plexus. The hair root plexus. It's right there under the surface, and it's an extension of your nervous system. Right. From there, your hair grows, and then it coils by nature. But over time, we diluted our, there were no straight hair human beings. We didn't have no fur. we really modified our genes. But the original man was black man, and we had coil, right? Like 9 ether hair. 9 ether hair, coil, the ether. And it was very powerful. Very powerful magnetism. It strengthened our electromagnetic field, our toroidal field, our electromagnetic field, our aura, where we're able to sense and pick up on the codes. And your EMF could be one hell of a filter when it comes to signal transduction. The codes that are being received into your proteins, into your body, and which is regulating your genes, which regulates your genes, can be filtered in a certain way depending on the frequency of your EMF. And not only does your hair increase the ability to be sensitive to your EMF, the electromagnetic field, to be sensitive to the universe, the entire universe. It also strengthens you as well. Like, have you ever read Samson and Delilah? I be doing that sound. I be looking away a lot, or I be looking down. Like the autistic person. Nah, but because I be so focused. Understand? I be focused. I be in my ears. You know what I'm saying? In my head, like, in my eye, getting them light codes precise. Samson, Delilah. Samson, the source of his strength was his hair. It strengthens you. Your hair, the more hair you have, the stronger you are. The stronger your EMF field is. The stronger your aura, the stronger your presence. It's not only is it for sensing, but it's also for projecting. You understand? So wick locks are the strongest, bro. They're the strongest. Locks, they're really strong because all them coils come together, make a thick rod. That's thick. That's big power. But then wick locks are the thickest. Another thing, crystals. You don't need all these crystals and shit, right? All these goddamn crystals. You do not need all these goddamn crystals. Why you need all these goddamn crystals? You don't need all these goddamn crystals. You know why? Because your bone is crystal. You are the sun. You are the sun streaming through blood, breath, and bone. Blood, breath, and bone. You don't know about this? You don't know about hemoglobin? Hemoglobin? You don't know what produces? You don't know marrow? Oxygen flow? These pieces, these hints aren't triggering a puzzle in you? Look up each of these things, because it's imperative to study yourself, to be in your best, your greatest version. It's the DIY age, man. Do it yourself. I'm gonna keep reflecting though. I'm gonna keep teaching. I'm gonna keep dropping nuggets. It's the same nuggets. Your bone is the crystal. You're the sun. You're the strongest. You're the channel for the avatar. You are the channel for that. You channel the avatar. God, the most high frequency. Understand? You're the highest. Come on. There ain't no being walking around with rose quartz, fucking rose quartz bones. Bitch, I'm rose gold. Copper mixed with gold, nigga. Melanin, nigga. What the fuck you mean? But you won't see these things. First of all, let me tell you the being. Let me tell you the being whose bones these are. Earth. You're disrespectful. All this surgery and lobotomy, BBL, the Brazilian butt lift, where you take the fat from the tummy and then put it in the butt. What is that? That's the miracle operation, huh? Oh no, it's the miracle operation. Taking the crystals from the earth, fucking up its natural magnetism, and putting it all around your neck and putting it in your markets. Woo! I see why Jesus flipped tables. But yeah. But no. Is that the surgery of the year? You telling me this surgery right here? Look at this world's fucked up. I want to just spin my computer around and be like, look at all this. No, how did we get so fucking low, God? And this is supposed to be beautiful compared to. This is beautiful compared to a lot of places in America. For those who are outside the country tuning in, but I just came from Hawaii. Hawaii is way more beautiful than this. Dear God, Hawaii is way more beautiful than this. You know what I'm saying? Way more abundant than nature. That's what's beauty to me, nature. But like, yeah, come on, you don't need no crystals. And look, all these girls with all this makeup on. What you got to make up for? I like to design myself, and I like to da. You don't even know the root of it. Okay, I don't know the root of it. I'm gonna do that voice. You're like, oh, you don't know the root of it, but you're just in it. You're just in the culture. We're the children of the Stockholm syndrome. So now we are amnesiac to the fact that we got Stockholm syndrome and all these habits that we're picking up from our oppressors. We're going on with it like, no, this is part of me. I just like wigs. I like makeup. I like this, that. I like living out of tune with nature. I like living out of tune with my nature. This is self-love. That's not self-love, honey. That's not self-love, y'all. That's not self-love, y'all. That's not self-love, shorty. Understand? Maybe I have to. I gotta. Love is understanding. I gotta make you understand. I gotta make you understand. Because if I really love you, I ain't gonna beat around the bush with you. I'm gonna tell your ass. Watch the fuck up. Because look, if your pride is in your appearance now, wait till you see what these things do to your mind and you get older, to your body when you get older. Whoo! Ugh. You're gonna be suffering. You're gonna be suffering because you reap what you sow. And that is what it is. That is just what it is. So get yourself a tent, bro. Get out of this system. Come on. Didn't you know that everything, the banks run the money. The banks run the dollar. The dollar is basically God and hell. The evil. The system that lives backwards from nature. Whoo, niggas out their mind. Get out of these Babylon jobs, these 9 to 5s. Come on, elevate your frequency. Once you get out, you know that feeling, oh, I hate it. The time is over where everybody's just bandwagoning, oh yeah, but it is strength to go through this pain and shorten your lifespan and your future generation's lifespan, shorten your frequency because you love somebody. Black women being used as a weapon against us. Women being all these situations, children. I don't want to let go of my child. Yeah, I got some scriptures for you. And I could break it down. It's all love. What you're doing for yourself, you're doing for the collective. You know what I'm saying? But you by serving these systems and serving these 9 to 5s, you're actually a battery propagating the destruction of the earth. This system is destroying the earth. You understand? I mean, scream at you. I mean, scream at your reflection. I ain't screaming at you. It's destroying the earth. This system is destroying the earth. It's destroying the earth. Just take a look around, God. Take a look around. The system is destroying the earth. And you want to work for that? Oh, I have to do this because I have to play that game. No. Step out of it. Just you. Step out of it. You're going to be all right. Just keep the faith and endure. And don't cut corners. Don't go back to your old ways. It's all going to come around. You will manifest. You will attract according to the frequency that you're on. That's the currency that you're on. You're gonna don't fold. You don't gotta be fake. You don't gotta be fake. Keep it real. Be yourself. Be yourself. Leave the system. If I just leave the system, I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna suffer, and it's not gonna stop the whole system by me leaving. If a handful of us leave, whoo! Wait till that transition comes. And I'm Akashic Records play back, and your higher self is looking back at you to see what type of person you. Bro, when you die, what's gonna matter? How you lived, nigga. How you lived. When you die, you can't do nothing. You're in the nothing. You can't do nothing, and you're looking at how you lived. You're like, yeah, if I knew If I knew that when I died, I was gonna be like this, man, I would have went in. Because you're gonna feel the one. You're gonna be in your higher self. You're gonna feel the oneness, and you're gonna be like, man, I would have went in. I would have followed my intuition. I would have followed my fucking intuition with integrity. I would have followed it with authenticity. It's my only chance of opportunity. And if you are displeased with yourself as your higher self, you're going to come back, and you're going to be a baby crying. Hold the fuck, when were you born again? Just amnesia, so overwhelming sorrow. And really, your children are your next lives. You reincarnated, baby. Your children are you. You are, your past life are your parents. The same genes being passed down. The same genes being passed down that you have to heal. Understand, love is understanding. Understand yourself. Don't say you love yourself. You understand yourself. Self. C-E-L-L-F. God. C-E-L-L-F. Self. You're a cell in the body of God. Self. Understand this. This must be understood. This is imperative to keep your mind in the frequency of your natural self, because that's your best intentions. Your brain's supposed to be working a certain way. If like, say you're like, I don't know what to do in life. Everybody swear, look how ridiculous it sounds. Everybody swear they know what they're doing, right? Right? But their brain isn't working. Their brain GMO, their membrane GMO, they are GMO, they're genetically modified. They're not organic. So how can they operate this plane of existence efficiently if they're not organic? Like what? You're eating all this junk, and look, now your brain is like this. But you eat nothing but like hella fruits, B6, pupiltarian. Your environment, you're going to be organic. You're going to be in tune with nature. Your DNA is going to be healed. You're going to be healing your DNA. Your awareness is going to work appropriately. You're going to be who you're meant to be. It's hard to understand. I laugh a lot. With my Neptune and my Uranus, Capricorn in the 5th house. I laugh a lot. But you really, you're not questioning anything. You don't have questions. You don't have questions for your higher self. You never approach because your mind is constantly on distractions. And you're slaving for a system. You're destroying yourself. You think you're doing good. You think you're doing good for your children. You're actually doing nothing but propagating that generational curse. You're thinking that you're healing Babylon, but you're not. You're thinking that you're healing the world, or healing humanity. You think, oh, I'm a good person. I'm just doing what I can. Maybe if I can apply these character traits to my lifestyle, it'll help make an influence in the world. No. You have to leave the system. Oh, my God. And it might not be easy for you to see this now. But eventually you're going to see with all clarity that the only choice you have is to leave the system entirely. And we all have to leave the system. We have to get in tune with our soul tribe, with our spirit tribe. You got to have a lot of patience dealing with lower self. As you're alchemizing. You know what I'm saying? Most people, you shouldn't even have to, like, quantum physics. Anything that's not your observation doesn't exist. You shouldn't even have to worry, like, about these people, about most, it doesn't even matter. Just get it over with. And get your interactions over with them, and then get back to the kingdom, get back to the knowledge, alchemize them, plant the seeds of knowledge in them, inspire them, stay living right, and boldly too. You have to. This life is so temporary. You're not here to be pleased and comfortable or pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Be bold. This is a temporary life. You're a cell. You have a function as a cell in the body of a planet. You have a function. Live out that function. Live out that function. Live out that function. This life is short. You're here today, going tomorrow. Every time you turn around, you're this many years older, right? Oh, you don't age, but it is a sign to take your spiritual journey
Seriously. Seriously. Hey, look. I'm not gonna hold you. You don't take anything with you when you go. You take nothing with you. Nothing. You take nothing with you when you go. All things in this realm is temporary. This realm is actually an illusion. You are testing yourself. You're testing yourself. You're being tested. Your higher self is watching. Don't trip. You are being recorded. You are being recorded. I could sit up here. I could do a 3-hour video right now. I really feel like I could just sit down and do a 3-hour. 7:57. I love myself. Peace to the gods and goddesses.